Nanadovich here.
Davis. Taylor Davis here. Lake.
Jason Blake here.
Burke.
Matt Burke here.
Ron.
Tom Vaughn here. Okay, let the record show that all 7 council members are present at the caucus meeting tonight. First thing on the agenda is the reading and disposal of the caucus minutes from October 26th, 2020. I would like to make a motion that we accept the council caucus meeting minutes for October 26th, 2020 as written. Will the clerk please take a roll call, beginning with Councilman Burke?
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, anybody Are you saying your second number, Mr. Nanadovich?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am, Matthew.
Barb, can you please reflect that in the minutes, please?
Oh, Mr. Nanadovich seconded, right?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Now,
Okay, here we go. Burke.
this is Matt Burke, and I vote yes.
Vaughn.
Tom Vaughn, I vote yes.
Dudley.
Mike Dudley, and I vote yes.
Donahoe.
Jeff Donahoe, yes.
Nanadovich.
Michael Nanadovich votes yes.
Davis. Taylor Davis, yes. Lake.
Jason Blake, yes. Okay. Let the record show that the council caucus meeting minutes for the 26th of October 2020 passes with 7 yes votes. I know we have some written communications this evening. Barb, how many letters do we have this evening?
3.
I know we have some. You have those already in your council report.
Yes, I do.
We have this evening. Thank you, Barb. Does anybody have any committee reports or anything that they'd like to talk about at this time?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Ms. Davis, I believe I heard you first. Councilwoman Davis.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just wanted to let everyone on the call know, as well as council, that laptops have been ordered for us. We should be getting those probably by the next city council meeting, and they were ordered through the vendor that a lot of other cities use. It's already an active vendor with our city. It will be equipped with the Zoom subscription, which we're already obviously actively using. It's a new Dell HP 15.6 laptop with Microsoft 10 Pro, has a video camera on it, and 8 gigabytes, and 8 gigabytes of memory. So the grand total for 8 laptops comes out to $7,199.92, as well as a Zoom subscription for $149.90. So I just wanted to let everyone know what the cost is, that they were ordered, and we should be receiving them in a few weeks. Once we get them, we will have to sign off on something, and each individual council person's computer will have some sort of tag or identification number on it should there be any issues or concerns if, you need to troubleshoot something. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Davis. Mr. Nanadovich, did you have something you wanted to report?
Thank you, Chairman. Yes, I would just like to remind the public and council that on Thursday, November 12th, we will be having our second legislative committee meeting discussing Chapter 136. If you intend to participate, I believe, Matt, that you have a new number that goes into the system.
Yes, that's all been revised in the meeting announcement, and you'll be able to see that online tomorrow as well.
Thank you, Matt.
Does anyone else have any committee reports?
No. What time was that meeting on the 12th? 6:30. Just heard that down here. Thank you.
Mike, this is Tim Riley, Law Director Tim Riley. My understanding was you were going to provide to the law department a
ordinance. We haven't received anything yet.
Is City Hall open? Well, I'll email. I do have them. I will email you right after this meeting.
Okay, yeah, email me and Jeff, okay? Thank you.
I will, oh, yes, I apologize.
Okay, does anybody else have anything? If not, let's get into the ordinances and resolutions, or ordinance for the thing. Beginning with ordinance number 82-2020, does anybody have any questions on this ordinance?
Chuck Dunning here. I'd like my name added to that, please.
All right, I'll do it.
Thank you.
Only 82, right?
82, yes.
Thank you.
This is Tom Vaughn. I'd like my name added to that, please.
Will do.
Thank you.
Thank
Anyone
you.
else?
Anybody else?
Barb, can you add me to that too?
Is that Jake?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, if there are no other questions for ordinance number 82-2020, let's move on to ordinance number 83-2020. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Mike Bernard, the chair.
Okay, Mr. Bernadovich, go ahead.
Yes, I read over this piece of legislation, and I think a few things have to be changed. First of all, Chapter 904 of the honorary street names in our codified ordinance does not exist. As there's a lot of things in 900 series of the codified ordinances. But 904 does not exist at all, even on WH Drain and American Legal, and in the old council books. Also, I went online and I looked at Ohio Revised Section 723.04, and it's very vague on how names can be changed. It's a very, it's like a 3-sentence paragraph. It was adopted in 1953. No change. And it's just changing the name, vacating or narrowing streets on a position. It doesn't spell out how the street gets named or any of the particulars that are spelled out here. But I would like to read 904 if it doesn't exist before I vote on this.
Okay, Mr. Nanavich, Mr. Dudley, would you like to respond to that?
I'll let Tim to respond to that. Tell them to help me prepare that and they provide this information.
Well, the 904 does not exist. We're creating it. We're creating this section 904 from, as a brand new section, because this is a brand new ordinance with, brand new section to that. So there's no problem there.
So that sort of doesn't indicate it. It says of the city of codified ordinances. I don't know what it says hereby enacted to read as follows, but for I get the impression that 904 existed. But if you're telling me that this will beat 904, then I can accept that.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to create section 904. Yeah, it says, the title says the ordinance enacting chapter 904. So we're enacting a new chapter.
Okay. Understood. It says enacted, not enacting.
So that's what I took it to read as well, Tim. That we are actually creating or enacting a new chapter, correct?
Right. Absolutely. That's exactly what you're doing. Because there would be nowhere to put this.
I would like to have that word change enacted to enacting to read as followed.
It does say enacting on it, Mr. Nanavich.
Not in section 1.
It says it's hereby enacted.
Once we voted in, it's enacted, correct?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think the language is fine.
Okay, as long as we can live with the language, Jeff.
Thank you,
Now, the the other issue is, and Mike Dudley, I'll address this, and then if you want to, jump in on it. Mr. Dudley approached me about, changing a street name, and, it's not an easy thing to do. It's not technically a good thing to do to start changing actual names of streets. So what you have here is you just have an honorary name on the street. I don't know if any of you have seen them in different cities or downtown, where, say you were going to change Turney Road to, I don't know, somebody famous, like Bill Clinton Highway or something. You can keep it Turney Road, and you just make it an honorary name on there. So if people are looking for an address, it's going to be Turney Road. You know what I mean? So you're not really changing the street name; you're giving it an honorary name. Mike Dudley, that's how you understood this to be, correct?
Yes, Tim, just like when a star goes somewhere and they get an honorary degree, but they didn't really graduate from that college. So it's basically the same.
Yes, that was stated in the later part of this. Yes, I understand that. That I did understand. Okay, thank you, Tim.
And Tim, just to reiterate, I mean, in looking at the legislation, if there is a honorary name on it, it's up to the person or the people that are responsible for putting that honorary name up to maintain that sign and make sure that it's safe, correct?
Right. That is correct. If you read the whole section, it kind of goes into all the details about doing it. How somebody gets nominated, what it takes to be nominated, what's got to be done, and then it's got to be approved by the Planning Commission.
Correct.
Yeah, question before you hang up. If something's approved by the Planning Commission, City Council still has 2 weeks to dispute that, correct?
We didn't specifically put that in here. I would have to look at the other code and specifically see what it says. If the any decisions by the Planning Commission have to be approved by council.
That's correct.
Yeah, we'd have to look at that. Okay.
Okay, Jim.
All right.
Hey, Barb, can you please add my name to this piece of legislation? This is Matt Burke.
Yes, I will.
Please add my name as well. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Sheila and Matt.
Barb, add mine to that, please.
It's Tom.
Correct. Barb, add myself as well.
Okay, who was that?
Jason Blake.
That's Jason? Okay, thank you.
And Barb, Chuck Donahue.
So we have Chuck. So we have Matt, Jason, Tom, Sheila, and Chuck.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Alrighty.
Does anybody else have any questions in regards to ordinance number 83-2020? If there are none, then we will close out the ordinances. I don't believe anything. I do want to let everybody know part of the reason why we didn't go to is
Welcome, and thank you for choosing freeconferencecall.com. You're helping people around the world communicate for free. Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign. Access code or phone number you have dialed is incorrect. Please check your credentials and try again. The recording has started.
it was run much better than a lot of the free conference calls here were done. So, if there is nothing else, I would like to make a motion to adjourn tonight's council caucus meeting. Do I have a second?
Yes, second.
Ms. Davis, I believe you seconded?
Correct. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Barb, would you please take a roll call beginning with Councilman Burke?
Burke?
This is Matt Burke, I vote yes.
Vaughn?
Matt Vaughn, I vote yes.
Dudley?
Mike Dudley, I vote yes.
Donahue?
Donahue votes yes.
Nanadovich?
Mike Donatovich votes yes.
Davis?
Shayla Davis, yes. Blake.
Jason Blake, yes.
Okay, let the record show that at 6:45 p.m. on November 9th, 2020, that the council caucus meeting is now adjourned. We will see you all on the council meeting here shortly at 7 p.m. Thank you.